Hey everyone, this podcast is part of Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. You can support us and gain access to other great exclusive podcasts at patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
Hypecast mit Tom Reimann und David Bell.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hey everybody, time for Hypecast!
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Hypecast show.
Yeah. I'm your co-host, Tom Ryman.
I'm Dave Bell.
And
Jeffrey.
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 it's Jeffrey. Yeah, we're doing, man, we all just ate.
Yeah, we're all
We all
phlegmy and like...
all phlegmy.
Yeah.
We all ate burger adjacent things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like some of us had salads with meat burgers on them. Some
Uh-huh.
of us had burgers that were not made of meat.
This is true.
And yes, and now we're doing a podcast. We're doing a very special episode of Hypecast this week
Yeah.
because as we're recording this right now, it's the day. It's Independence Day Eve. It's a holiday weekend, so things are going to be kind of wonky with everybody.
Yeah.
So we're just going to do like a mid-year review or like midsummer review of the
Yeah.
movies we've watched.
What
and,
movies you liked?
and what movies we're looking forward to.
What movies are movies?
What movies have other movies inside them?
Oh.
But yeah. So, where are we at? We're mid-July.
It's the halfway point.
I'm trying to get on my computer, my hand computer, a list of movies we've already seen, and I kept getting this weird like spam virus thing. All right. So,
I get those from porn.
Yeah. It's just
I don't-
all backed up with porn.
so should we start by just thinking about what our favorite movies this year
I
was?
think there's a chunk of movies that you can look at it and be like, huh, surprise movies.
There's a lot of movies I forgot existed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movies that I liked, but I feel no need to see again. And there's like one or two movies that I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to see that.
Okay. Should we start with let's start with what our favorite movie has been so far. How about that?
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay. Okay.
We made it a minute to think about that, unless
have
somebody's
a-
got one right
I
in the
mean-
chamber.
I got
I
one
feel
right.
like it's hard to not look at Avengers Infinity War as the culmination of such a big everything and be
Yeah.
like, that
That was pretty sweet.
it's hard not.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
There's no dead weight in that movie. It's a very efficient movie for the runtime.
Yeah,
that it
even
has.
considering it's like an hour, 144 minutes or something like that.
right. So in that regard, like,
Are we talking about best movie? Like
Your
quality
favorite.
wise?
Your favorite.
Or favorite? Because
so
I would
far.
not say Avengers Infinity War is the best quality movie just because it exists. It doesn't exist on its own. It's not a movie that someone could just watch, like an alien could just watch.
Okay.
oh,
Right.
Okay, Joel Seeger.
I'm just saying, are we talking about best movie or are we talking about
Just tell me what your favorite movie is.
Annihilation?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, well, Annihilation is real good.
Yeah. It's everything that people want and no one seemed to care about. Like there was the big push of women in scientific roles, and that movie stars 4 women who are all scientists. It's a really good sci-fi story. It's creepy. It's pretty. It's a good director.
It had Horror Bear.
It had Horror
is a
Bear
big
in
highlight.
it. And I've rewatched it once now, and it was just as effective. It's not for everybody, but it's definitely my favorite.
I also want to give credit to Black Panther
Yes.
being really good.
Yeah, Black
That might
Panther's
be
pretty
my
sweet.
second favorite, I think, of this year.
It's pretty great. What about movies that you were surprised by?
I think I've had a couple of surprises, but I think the best surprise for me was Upgrade.
Yeah.
Upgrade
Oh
was-
yeah.
yeah.
I liked Upgrade.
Upgrade was I thought was dope because it looked like it was going to be one thing, and then it wound up being this like pretty solid sci-fi movie.
Violent sci-fi noir.
Yeah. And it totally looked like it was good. I mean, it looked like it was going to be a fun movie, but it's not at all the movie I thought it was going to be.
No.
Which is sweet. That's always nice.
It's good.
What about unpleasant surprises?
Oh, I haven't gotten to my pleasant
Jurassic
surprise.
World.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fallen
Let's
Kingdom.
wait. Let's
But
get
yeah.
to the pleasant surprise of
pleasant
Jeff.
surprise.
I have two pleasant surprises. One was Game Night.
Yeah, still have to see that.
It's just it's a great comedy. It's a really good movie. It's fun. It's a really fun go to the movies and watch it film. So it's definitely worth a try.
Okay.
And then Solo surprised me because I expected it to be garbage. I went out of obligation. I went because I have to go.
Right.
It's
Like,
Star
that's
Wars.
a
I'm not going to
compulsion.
not see it. Yeah.
And when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is the most fun Star Wars movie. Not necessarily saying it's the best Star
Sure.
Wars movie, but it is almost leaps and bounds the most fun. It's a very fun heist
See,
movie.
I personally had the opposite reaction,
Oh.
which is I didn't hate it. I wasn't mad at it. It's not Jurassic World 2 where I was like, oh, fuck this movie. Solo I watched and I didn't laugh at any of the jokes and I didn't really feel excited. And then it ended and I just walked out and I felt the opposite of
and
entertained.
I went on with my life.
Yeah, like I was just like, okay.
There's a lot of fan service that they snuck in a really cool way. The Terrascasi reference. Holy shit.
Which one is that? What's that?
It's a martial art based off of one Solo PlayStation 1 fighting
Game.
Oh, that's
called
funny.
Star Wars Masters of Terrascasi.
Infamously one of the worst Star Wars video games, if not the worst.
That's a
ever
cool
made.
reference. I hated how he got his name.
Yeah, that was dumb. That's dumb as shit.
But I mean, nobody's going to be named Solo for real.
Really? Why not?
Why not?
Look at all the other fucking names in Star Wars.
yeah.
You got Gleep Glorp and Salacious Crumb. And,
Who's Gleep Glor?
I don't know. They all have these crazy ass names.
Sheev.
Kylo Ren.
I don't have a problem.
Jin
with,
Urso.
I don't have a problem with him being just like a scummy kid named Han.
I didn't ever need an explanation for why he was named Han Solo.
You know what? This does. It's by far and away maybe the only. Well, I think maybe whatchamacallit, the Jin Urso one.
Rogue One.
Rogue One did this, but Star Wars seamlessly closed a lot of gaps that the prequels were never good at. You know how the prequels would try to be like, here's why this is a thing. Solo does it in a way that's not poor. It's poorly done, but Solo does a lot of filling in the gaps in a way that's not. It doesn't seem lazy or sloppy.
It filled in some gaps that I didn't care about, though. Like the computer thing where I
love that.
that robot became the computer. That was neat. It wasn't like a gap, though. It wasn't something that I was like... I think Solo kind of created a gap, right? With Darth Maul? Because now it's the question of like, I don't need much explanation for Darth Maul, and I hope they don't do like an origin or like here's what
didn't watch the
happened.
cartoons, did you?
No, I hear they're really good.
They are.
They brought him back in the cartoons.
Yeah, that's not. This is
With his
not
little-
the
with his
first
robot
time he's
legs.
been back.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't hard to imagine because they just show him with
for
robot
many
legs, and it's
for
like okay,
many people, it's the first time he's been
True,
back. But
when what's great is they used Ray Park,
yes,
and they
Really
used
happy they did that.
Sam Witwer as the voice,
Yeah.
who is the voice in the cartoons.
yeah.
That's great. That's awesome.
yeah, I don't agree with the seamless closing, but I do. It was the only one of the first Star Wars movies that I've liked. So
I mean,
I was like, oh, this is fine. Paul Bettany's a great, crazy ass.
He was good in it.
Character.
why not? And I love that there's no force
Yeah,
in it.
Yeah.
There's no lightsabers. There's no force. There's no Skywalkers. They don't go out of their way to show it. They're just other shit happens. This isn't about 4 people, and I like that.
Yeah.
I really liked that you could make a scumbag heist movie and pull it off. I like it.
yeah.
I like the idea of it. I just I wasn't entertained. I don't know. I wanted to,
what was your surprise? Did you say did you just agree with me on Upgrade?
Oh man, Upgrade is a surprise. Let me look.
I'll say another one was Rampage for me.
I think Rampage is the one for me.
Rampage.
That's the big
and Tomb
surprise.
Raider.
Yeah, Tomb
really
Raider.
enjoyed this
Something
movie.
about Tomb Raider. Oh no, Tomb Raider was the surprise because Tomb Raider was the one where I looked at the trailer and I was like, that looks bad. That looks like a bad movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to see it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go see this bad movie.
Yeah.
And the credits were rolling or whatever. The beginning, I was like, okay, so Dave Brain, how is this movie bad? And then some time passed and I was like, I don't think this is bad. What's going on? Like that. Yeah, that surprised me. I really enjoyed Tomb Raider.
Both of those films.
Yeah.
But I think Tomb Raider more so because I think Tomb Raider is more of a legitimate film on its own. Rampage, I enjoyed.
Those are movies I wasn't invested in.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Where I'm like, I don't even want to see these.
Yeah. Well, I saw it. We did it for the podcast, but like Tomb Raider was. It felt like it's a treasure hunt Indiana Jones movie. They don't make those anymore. Good. So that was fine.
And the action's good. It's just Tomb Raider was a solid film.
Yeah.
I want to go into pleasant surprises that were bad.
Unpleasant
surprises. That's what they would. That's what you would call them.
I have several.
Okay, well, Tom, you were saying Jurassic World. I wasn't surprised.
Well, I knew. I said Jurassic World right off the top of my head because I didn't go into the movie like thinking it was going to be good.
Right.
I just went into the movie like, okay, this is going to be dumb. Let's just watch it. I was legitimately surprised at how bad it was.
I didn't expect gibberish.
Yeah.
I didn't expect nonsense. Parts that were just that didn't make any sense.
It's just it so reminded me of that South Park episode where like the president's a duck. Whatever, you're gonna see it. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Such that.
I was
like, here's dinosaurs. Fuck you.
Yeah, I was
Rated
expecting
PG-13.
I was expecting a movie that made by a good director that was gonna have the same problems as the first Jurassic World, but maybe not as much because it's not Colin Trevorrow. Like I was assuming they were gonna shoot the dinosaurs better.
And instead, they just went apeshit.
Yeah, and they just went out of
all
control.
New problems.
They might as well have been in space.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Jurassic World 3 will probably be in space.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like even going into it with no expectations, I was surprised at I was like, wow, this is really bad.
Yeah. I keep trying not to care and then caring because something about Jurassic Park really means a lot to me. I think
they've only had one good movie ever.
Yeah. I like The Lost World.
It
but
shouldn't mean
yes.
that much. We were talking. Was that we were originally talking like what do you respect more, the Transformers franchise for making so much money off of zero good movies, but 20 years of nostalgia built up before it,
right?
Or the Jurassic Park franchise built on one good movie, but with the Steven Spielberg pedigree to start it? And it's like which success is more impressive? And then I posted that thing, and everyone just told me what they like more.
That's hard.
And I was like, that's not the point.
Yeah, which success is more impressive? I guess I would say Transformers because they didn't make a single good movie. Yeah. I mean, the first one's okay. It's the first one I liked when I first saw it.
Third one,
yeah, the first transformation when the helicopters on the base and it
the opening scene is badass,
and the rotors just stop. Yeah. And that
it's got it's eerie too because it's got the pilot sitting in and he won't respond to them. It's because he's not real.
I've talked about this or written about this in an article. Written about it in an article that as the movies progress, the transformations are less and less of a big deal. Like in the first movie, whenever one of them transforms, they treat it like
a show.
Yeah, they're like, look at this fucking thing transforming. That's insane because it is. And then by the fourth one, they're doing it in 10-second spots, while they're just running off screen, and they forget that it's the movies progressively forget how insane the concept of these giant robots are.
The Jurassic Park movies have that problem.
Yeah, with the dinosaurs.
They progressively stop caring about the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Which in Jurassic Park 3, it sort of got to that point where it's the T-Rex is introduced in Jurassic Park 3 in just a fart of a scene. It's like a nothing joke scene.
It is a joke scene, yeah, where
Yeah,
Grant's
it
like,
just
nobody run.
Yeah,
and then
they
he
all
looks
run.
and everything.
like and then that sort of killed the series for several years. Then Jurassic World came around and they treated the dinosaurs with more gravitas in that movie. Like
I don't think so.
You don't see they still remembered to at least show people being like dazzled by them and have it seem like a big deal. Like
But
when
they
the
do,
Mosasaurus
like,
shows
the-
up, it seems like a big deal.
The first shot of a dinosaur, and then I'm pretty sure it's just throwaway shot, right? Oh, the first shot's a CGI egg.
Yeah.
And that looked awful.
But then, like in the second one, it's just like they don't care. Fuck you, his dad is.
Yeah, I guess
Give it to
I would argue the first one also did that. Like the first time you see the T-Rex, they just show like this
Not
sort
as
of
bad.
widest shot of him in his little cage, like eating a goat, and everybody like ooh, and like it's like a real quick
You
shot.
kind of barely see it.
Yeah,
though.
you barely see it. It's like that sequence where you're watching this park from the kid's point of view. They don't show it from the kid's point of view. Like
No, they
all
don't.
the shots
Sure.
are like long and far away,
Right,
and they like rush through it like a montage.
There's no heart in that movie at all.
No.
There's no heart
No,
in
no.
either of those
And
movies.
it's-
Yeah,
What a coincidence that they find the orb.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And the
no
second
way.
one.
that's still working.
Jeez, that still works. Yeah.
Those the worst fucking idea. Like, even if there weren't dinosaurs, those things roll in the grass and mud. Like they would be disgusting. Like those
Yeah.
gyrospheres or whatever are the dumbest, and they they double down on it in the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad and
So yeah,
stupid.
I could see how that would be a bummer of a. I mean,
But in terms of unpleasant surprises, I'm gonna go with A Quiet Place because that was a movie that I really was ready to like, and I wasn't on board with it. A lot of people liked it, which is why it was a surprise as well, because it's not like it's a bad movie.
Yep.
Yeah, it didn't do anything for me.
I enjoy it.
I was really bummed about Truth or Dare, not because it's a poor movie, but because it broke the streak that I've been enjoying.
Yeah,
of
I
those
sort of
movies.
was thinking it was going to be good because it was another Blumhouse thing. It was like,
They were doing well.
yeah, Happy
Yeah.
Death Day is a fucking wonderful movie.
Yes.
Unexpectedly so.
Mhm,
So I thought, okay, it's going to be the same. Hope it'll be like the same thing because
Yeah.
they've been doing pretty well. And apparently I didn't even see it because I heard it was so
It's
bad.
bad. It's
Yeah.
really bad. And that's a real bummer. Because I was excited to see something on its scale, like Upgrade, or it's like you have these kind of lower budget but like really well written movies. Happy Death Day,
Like high
for
concept
example.
films, yeah.
And then Truth or Dare was just, this is just like a bad 90s direct to video movie. It was really done poorly.
Any one of those ones that came out after Scream.
And then the other one was Action Point. And the reason Action Point was such a bummer to me is because it looked like it was going to be funny
Yeah.
with a bunch of the stupid jackassy stuff.
Yeah, it looked really good.
And it's only the trailer that has that.
Right. The movie, it's like Jeff and I saw it like on an afternoon, and it's very bad. That was you're right. That was kind of a letdown.
It was a bummer.
Weirdly, it's weird to think about somebody getting let down by Action Point, but it's like the Jackass movies are hilarious.
I mean, I can see because I haven't seen it based on what you've said, whereas like all the stuff you liked in the trailer, that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And so
And then
that's
dumb cum jokes most of the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
It's really weak. And it's like when you go to a movie with the Jackass people, there's a certain expectation you have that it's going to be funny and uncomfortable and whatever.
Yeah.
It's just...
There was
The stunts are good, but again, you see most of them in the trailer.
But they also make you feel really bad for Johnny Knoxville.
Right,
too.
'cause he's so
He looks
old.
like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man,
So bad.
his skeleton's gonna burst.
Yeah, like he is... It bummed me out.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, old Jackass also had some dumb cum jokes, where like that was always my problem with the Jackasses movies is I liked them, and then it would come to a halt when they just like do something really gross. Like they'd always have the stunt where it's
like
like
the sweatsuit?
I'm going to snort
We have to-
wasabi,
we have
or
to
I'm
drink
oh
the
yeah I'm
sweat
going to drink
from-
a horse's semen, and it was stuff like that where it was like I'm not getting anything out of those segments. Like just hurt yourselves for my entertainment. Those are great.
Just
ahead.
enjoy yourself.
When they were like doing the stuff with animals, that was always fun because watching an animal be like baffled at a human willingly like putting themselves in danger when it was them versus like a ram, and the ram's just like looking at him like, all right, I'm gonna hit you. That's what I do. Like,
yeah. Or the Knoxville getting chased by the bull.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those are all right. I'm like looking through my movie pass history.
Yeah.
What I watched.
I want to bring up, I think my second favorite movie this year is The Endless, which I know you guys haven't seen. But The Endless is on VOD right now.
Yeah, that was a movie that deserved more hype.
Yeah, and it's a really, I keep thinking about that movie. It's not perfect. I don't like the characters that much in it and their arc. But I just like the premise, which I'm not going to go into because you guys haven't seen it. And there's just some genuinely creepy moments in it.
Yeah, I know that. I'll restate what I remember the premise just for Jeff's sake and for listeners' sake. It's two brothers who grow up in a cult and then they leave as teenagers.
Yep.
And they come back to the cult for some reason and nobody's aged.
Yeah. And they're all, and they think they've like ascended. They think they're like a UFO death cult, and they think they all died or something. They get a tape from the cult that's in the trailer, and that prompts them to go check it out. And yeah, they're all still perfectly happy, and no one's aged. And it's not what you think, but I guess you can kind of get that from the trailer. Like, it's a weird trailer.
Sure.
And it's a very weird movie.
Yeah, it's on Amazon right now, so I'll probably check that out.
Yeah.
I was bummed by Super Troopers 2.
See, we liked
I
Super
liked
Troopers
it.
too. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I didn't like it. It was just, hey, remember that joke? We're gonna do that again. And I expect more from them, more than I do with other people that have done comedy.
They haven't made all those guys together haven't made a movie in a long time. They've like separately done some different things, but yeah.
I didn't get that vibe as much from it as it was just the same jokes from the original. I definitely saw some, the leader of Cola stuff, but I don't know. I just Broken Lizard does it for me.
I know, and just
I can't defend them like as a comedy group because it's dumb. The comedy's dumb. It just does it for me.
I think it's executed well, and for some like that guy that plays Favre is a fucking genius.
Oh yeah,
I said that on the episode.
Kevin
Heffernan.
Yeah,
he's the reason you watch that movie.
Do we count Jumanji as a 2018 movie? Didn't it come out on Christmas or something like that?
It came out on Christmas. That's one of the biggest surprises ever for me.
Really loved
it. It's a wonderful film.
It's so great.
Yeah, Marina and I rented it one night and then immediately bought it on Amazon, and we've watched it like a few times since.
Yeah,
it's like
a very entertaining film.
Jumanji and I, Tonya were both.
I, Tonya, yeah,
I love I, Tonya.
And I know it's like cheating, but like I didn't see them until 2018.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ready Player One was weird for me. It attacked me several different ways, positively and negatively. It was very retro Spielberg
in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
There was I can't say that I completely liked the film because there's a lot of parts of that I really didn't like. But
agreed.
A lot of the a lot of the Spielberg stuff definitely hit me, and it was like, well, I liked parts of it a lot.
There's a very end of E.T. vibe.
Yeah.
At the end. Like, it's got that very Spielberg movie for kids.
I think it's going to be out of this year, the movie this is so weird to say, the movie that I watched the most. That and Hereditary. Two movies that I didn't like as much. Because,
I haven't seen it yet.
Because for me, when it comes I don't know, there's something about when a movie has great visuals or something that sticks with me visually, I want to watch it over and over again. And something about Ready Player One, why am I saying something like it's mysterious? The extreme nostalgia they pile on is very comforting to me.
It is.
And I liked watching that movie, and I liked being in the theater for that movie, and I wasn't mad at that movie.
Sometimes I like references.
Yeah. And
that's okay.
And I think that's going to be a very nice movie to have on when I'm doing stuff
when
around
you're doing
the
other
house.
things, because there's parts like that race is great.
Yeah, the Shining sequence is fucking great.
Cool.
I'm still not entirely sure how they did it. I assume it was CG, but it didn't look like CG.
Spielberg does what Spielberg does.
Yeah.
I would like to give a shout out to Adrift for getting me free parking at Downtown Disney.
Is that any good, Adrift?
I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
I just I used my movie pass, swiped the ticket, got the ticket, validated my parking because they validate you for 5 hours if you see a movie. Mm-hmm. And then because it's so expensive to park in Downtown Disney.
Yeah.
But if you just see a movie you don't want to see and you just go in and get that parking validated.
That's wonderful.
So shout out to Adrift for existing.
Yeah.
Thanks to free parking, Shailene. Hereditary.
Hereditary is another one. I've seen it twice now.
That one is...
I look forward to seeing it.
To me, it's both pleasant and unpleasant surprise.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting is I saw it twice, and I was sitting in different parts in the theater seeing it. And I think the projector was darker, and that's how much of a difference the movie makes. Is you missed stuff. The audience missed things. The second time I saw it, because that's how subtle the visuals are. The part where she is looking in her mom's room or whatever, and she sees her mom. The second. Oh no, that's not a big. That's not a big. It's not a spoiler. The second time I saw it, it was a theater that was a little darker, and nobody could make it out. So that's what I like about the visuals is how fucking
the visuals in Hereditary are great.
Yeah. I didn't mind
the story.
I'm kind
weak as shit.
When you compared it to Suspiria, I kind of got over the story because I was like, you know what, that's fine. The story's not great, but like a lot of horror movies.
That's where we ended. I think it'll. I'm disappointed in the story of the film, but I think it's definitely going to be up there with like Exorcist,
right?
Rosemary's Baby, The Omen. It's going to be one of the horror movies that people go to.
And that was my problem with A Quiet Place was the visuals didn't do it for me, and I didn't like the story. I didn't think the story added up in The Quiet Place either, but I could forgive Hereditary. You haven't seen Hereditary.
Not yet. I'll have to say I actually really a movie I didn't expect to love as much as I did. Isle of Dogs.
I still need to see it. That's the one that I'm like, shit, I need to see that movie. I haven't heard much about it. People seem to not care about it.
Well, people got mad that it happens in Japan and they let white people do voices and black people do voices. They wanted all Japanese people.
I thought there were Japanese people doing voices.
There were, but not enough.
Oh, okay.
Not the main dog.
Not any of the dogs, right?
It's all don't have to be. What's his name there?
It's all Wes Anderson's lineup.
Yeah, and
Schwartzman,
Schreiber, but
who did he grab new this time? Is it Cranston? Wes Anderson, every new film he does, he collects another actor and never lets them go. He just keeps adding more.
Like he picked up Goldblum and he picked up Bruce Willis, although I don't think Bruce Willis has been back.
Bryan Cranston and Liev Schreiber. Yeah, I mean,
Liev.
Yeah, he's great.
I love me some Liev.
Yeah, total scumbag from what I understand.
I mean, he looks like one.
But I love him. And that movie, when you watch it, it's overwhelming to look at the amount of work that was put into that animation.
The stop motion's gorgeous. Yeah.
Because not only is the stop motion good, but the puppetry is unbelievable. So that one was one that I was surprised by as well, where I was like, okay.
Stop motion lends itself to Wes Anderson because he's so particular and he wants everything to look exactly like he wants it to look. And so stop motion lends itself to that.
It's like he wants to make movies out of all the side things that Tim Burton does in movies.
Yeah.
Like Tim Burton does weird shit in movies and like Wes is like, what if I do all that?
What if that was the entire film?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's called Big Fish.
I'm trying to think of movies. Oh, another unpleasant surprise is the Hurricane Heist. We watched that the other day.
Oh, yeah.
That is surprisingly boring for a movie of what it is. I knew it was going to be a bad movie, but it wasn't like a fun
It wasn't bad in a
movie.
fun way.
Yeah.
It was the bad kind of bad.
It was a bummer, yeah.
Straight up bad movies that I knew were going to be bad. Let's talk Strangers Pray at Night.
I did not watch that.
Don't bother. It's trash. It's not great.
Also on demand right now.
Yeah. I went in neutral on I Feel Pretty, and it wasn't that great. Other than Michelle Williams. Michelle Williams is great. She's doing comedy in that.
That's good.
I
don't think she's done it. Yeah, I've not seen her do it.
It's pretty funny, but she's pretty funny, but the movie's not good.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be good. By the way, any movie I go to, I want to be good. But
very
sometimes
rarely
I
am
go
I
like,
going to
I
a
know
movie
this
like
is gonna
I
suck.
want to hate this.
Hold on, I'm trying to think if there's a movie that I've wanted to fail for a very practical reason.
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World, yeah, because they need to stop, but I also have that like depressed feeling of like it's never going to stop. So
Ghost in the Shell.
yeah.
A lot of people.
That was last year.
No, but I meant just.
Oh no, I guess I'm thinking in general because it's a weird feeling to go to a movie and be like, I want this to fail.
Yeah, I generally don't. If I go to a movie wanting it to be bad, I want it to be bad in a specific way.
Yeah,
Like I want it
fun
in a fun
bad
way.
way.
Yeah, like I want it to be like Congo or like Face Off or
Right.
Con Air.
I want it to be bad. Sometimes I want it to be bad in a way of like, you can't, if this is successful, it's going to open the floodgates of a bunch of other bad movies. That's what the Jurassic World thing was, but I don't think it matters.
I'm looking through my list of things. I'm like, what was it to me that I really just consumed a lot of? Too?
Right.
And just like Pacific Rim Uprising was one of those movies. There's a lot of movies I go to out of obligation, and MoviePass helps with that
Yeah.
a lot because I saw Solo out of obligation, loved it. Saw Pacific Uprising out of obligation, was neutral on it.
That's a movie I'll never see again. I'm happy.
The joke in the very beginning where he says a joke about crappy apartments and then it shows a picture of crappy apartments. That is 4 blocks from my house.
Yeah.
My apartment. I drive past the crappy apartments all the time.
I'm trying to think of
tidbit.
movies I saw for the first time just this year that might have been.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's
Happy Death Day. That's another one.
that's a good one, but that's
Was that last year?
yeah, that was last year or 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Wait, which one?
Happy
Death
Death Day. It's Groundhog
was
Day,
last
but
year.
horror movie.
Was it last year? Okay.
Yeah.
What about movies that what do we got left in the summer?
Oh yeah, let's look
Ant-Man
ahead.
and the Wasp is right about to come out. I
That's
haven't
true.
seen Incredibles 2 yet, and I really want to.
Oh yeah, it's fine. I landed firmly on the it's fine. I still liked it, but
I haven't thought about it since. Yeah.
it's fine. Man, I'm so goddamn excited for the stupid shark movie.
Another bummer I forgot to bring up because it wasn't showing. Hotel Artemis.
I still have to see
Is
it.
it bad?
It is
Damn.
not good.
It was one of the movies that deserved more hype. And then they did reshoots on Dave's street like a week before the film opened. We're like, that's a bad sign.
Yeah, I got notices they were filming reshoots, and I was like, that can't be.
I think I was there when you got that notice.
Oh, okay.
Hotel Artemis was just generally not good.
That's too bad.
What was it? Was it just because I haven't seen also The Terminal's another one that looks very similar. The
That's
Terminal
on-
has Mike Myers in it,
and Margot Robbie.
Yeah, and it looks very like noir, weird colors, and
Yeah.
It's on demand right now.
yeah, they're both ones where it's like they look really visually exciting, but then I haven't heard anything from them, so I suspect that
not
it's
visually great.
yeah.
It's not good. It's
That's
just
too bad.
I don't know how to think about if you made a movie about the John Wick Hotel,
Right, the
made
Continental.
it kind of dingy, and made everybody unlikable, but not even in an endearing way.
Right.
And like, what's
That's
her
an
name?
issue.
Sophie, the girl, the Algerian, I believe she's Algerian or Moroccan.
The Mummy?
Yes,
Sophia Boutella.
Sophia Boutella. She's in it doing what she always does.
Just
Like
beat
the
people up.
choreography of
Yeah.
beating people up while swirling around. It's
That's
weak.
that sucks.
It's a weak movie that I was so ready to love. I was so excited for it, and then it just really, really burnt me out when I saw it.
Well, we got one that's similar coming out that might make up for it. What's the Hemsworth one, Dave? Bad Times.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's one I'm looking for. Oh shit.
Okay, let me look it up so we get the name right.
Okay, so let's. All right, that's what we should talk about. What movie are you the most excited about this year? That's coming out.
Bad Boys 3.
I wish. Is Bad Boys 3 is not coming out, is it?
No,
Isn't it like November or something like that?
no,
don't
there's
think
no
so.
Bad Boys 3. You maniac. I'll start listing things that I know is coming out.
Bad Times at
Ant-Man,
the El Royale. That's what
Bad
it is.
Times. Yeah. First Purge, Ant-Man and the Wasp is coming out. Skyscraper, which is a really... I looked up the director. They haven't done really anything.
So bad.
It could be great. It could be terrible. It's certainly Die Hard.
2020, by the way. That's when Bad Boys 3 is
Okay. The Equalizer 2, Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible will be fun.
Christopher Robin.
Specifically for the trailer.
Yeah.
That trailer with that song by Imagine Dragons is so good.
yeah.
It's great.
The Meg AXL, which is I want to see. It's gonna be dumb. Slender Man, the Happy Time Murders,
I like how
the
they're making
Nun.
a Slender Man movie 9 years after anybody wanted a Slender Man.
Well, didn't they make a documentary that was legitimately creepy because it wasn't like, oh, it's a spooky being. It was like these girls fucking stabbed someone because of the Slender Man. Like they just told the actual
Scream.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Predator.
Predator.
The House with the Clock in its
I'm
walls.
weirdly into seeing that one.
Fucking Eli Roth doing
Eli
a
Roth making a
kids
kids
movie. Yeah. Venom.
Venom
A Star is Born, you guys. A Star is Born. First Man, which I have very comfortably ignored. That's the Neil Armstrong or
Oh,
Buzz
right,
Aldrin
yeah.
or whatever the moon. Who cares? Who cares about the moon? Halloween, of course. Halloween.
Halloween. Oh,
Mowgli. Mowgli.
Yeah.
I hope Mowgli's good because I feel so bad for him
Yeah.
for making that movie so spending so long to prepare it, and then having Disney throw the Jungle Book out, having it be amazing.
That's true. I do hope Mowgli's good. I that's weird. I hadn't thought about it that way, but
That's a real bummer.
yeah.
that happened. That's like when Armageddon competed with Deep Impact.
Right. Bohemian Rhapsody, which I that trailer really has turned me off of that movie.
Why?
I hate that trailer.
Why?
I don't know. It's the pacing. It's the fact that it's for a movie called Bohemian Rhapsody, and they do this like montage of all the songs, and it feels like it's building to something, and then they get into Bohemian Rhapsody, and they're building up in that song, and then they switch to We Will Rock You, and it just feels like I'm listening to like an infomercial for the best of Queen at that point.
That's every Queen song.
Yeah, I know. It's just it was just like a really irritating. Like they had it's called Bohemian Rhapsody. They do this thing in the trailer where they're doing all the songs and they build up and they have them talk about Bohemian Rhapsody and then you hear it and then they're like, anyway, you remember We Will Rock You? And it's like, well, like
Okay.
commit to the
Bohemian Rhapsody is in of itself just the title. It's not like the movie's not about Bohemian.
I know,
Rhapsody.
but it's just how the trailer was
You twist it
edited.
on trailers. That's like a
bad
classic trailer,
title.
though, where it's just like it's not necessarily giving you too much. It's just like check out what we did.
I know.
like
Also,
that about trailers.
The fact that it's called Bohemian Rhapsody,
It's a bad
I don't
title,
know.
yeah.
It's a bad title. and-
it seems fine.
Yeah.
Rami Malek is amazing.
He looks great. Yeah.
I should also note I don't like biopics, so yeah.
You didn't like Ali?
No, I think I only saw it once. I don't remember it.
Good. I really liked Ali.
Yeah.
I barely remember it.
They don't rose-colored glasses him at all.
Yeah.
I respect when movies can do that.
Suspiria is also coming out.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah. Fantastic Beasts. Who gives a shit?
Boy, I got 15 minutes into that first one.
Yeah. That's all you need. Creed 2, Robin Hood.
Oh, that Robin Hood actually looks really fun. It's like the Guy Ritchie Sherlock Holmes version of Robin Hood.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Okay.
I'm into that. The guy from Kingsman. Is playing
Yeah,
Robin
he
Hood.
is. That's true.
Who's making it though?
I don't know.
You know why? You know what would make it better is if that god awful Ridley Scott Robin Hood didn't happen.
That is one of the only thing I can say for that movie is the first movie I saw Oscar Isaac in.
That's it.
That's certainly
That is
something
it.
Like
to
a
say.
Muslim.
He played Prince John.
Oh, there you go.
Weirdly, he's great in it.
Yeah, he's a good
The
actor.
Because he's
director
great.
has done some Peaky Blinders and Black Mirror episodes.
Oh, so he's a British guy.
Yeah.
He's doing British guy stuff
Yeah, he's doing British guy stuff.
So,
with the guy from Kingsman. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
oh man, I think out of those,
Mary Poppins Returns, Bumblebee, Aquaman, Battle Angel. Remember that?
Aquaman.
Battle Angel looks interesting to me. I want to see that for
Yeah.
the visuals.
Well, what's not on this list that is the one I'm actually most excited for is Under the Silver Lake.
Yeah,
which is-
it got pushed back. It was supposed to be.
I think we could have already seen it.
Yeah.
It got pushed to December. It's the director of It Follows, his next film. And it's like, it's always fun to see when a director, makes a big splash with the first film and people give him money what he's going to do next, and it's not a horror film. It's like a crime,
it's like a noir mystery.
I mean, It Follows is suspense more than it is
horror. Yeah,
like what it is it's a chase movie.
Yeah,
right.
So in that regard, horror is cheap to make. Obviously, we've discussed this a lot,
Right.
But like that movie, It Follows. It's not the horror that you love.
It's the atmosphere.
It's not the gore. It's the
yeah.
suspense.
Yeah.
It's literally so suspenseful watching that movie.
Oh yeah.
It's like what, you know how what's the Silence of the Lambs?
Mm-hmm.
How when you're watching that and there are high moments of high pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It Follows is like that the whole movie.
Yeah, well, they do scenes that are mundane, and they make the part where they're going to look up the records of the guy who like gave her the demon or whatever, and they go to the school and they follow them walk into an office, and the camera just keeps doing a 360, and it does it like 3 times, and every time you see them in the office, and then when it pans the other way, you see someone walking a little closer every time. Like it was built for suspense, because any shot, if there's just someone walking towards them from the distance, you're nervous.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
I was always like, what would you do? Like, go buy Coastal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck a billionaire and then tell him that he has to fly to New York every couple of months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make that thing work for it.
Hire some MIT scientists to figure out the exact time it would take for that thing to walk across the entire country.
Or fuck a coyote and watch that thing try to chase around a coyote for a while.
That's what you do.
There it is.
Yeah.
You ever try to fuck a coyote? It's not easy.
Fuck a bird then.
Yeah, the bird.
Parrot.
Get a little bird.
Just walking, looking at the moon.
Yeah.
I'm stupid excited for the Meg.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'm very excited for
Oh,
that.
are you?
Yeah.
I haven't picked that up.
Stupid ass giant shark movie with Jason Statham.
I'm also very excited for The Predator, and the
Yeah.
reason why, well, I think it's it's got Shane Black and all that, but for me, I watched Alien versus Predator, the first one, and walked out of that just like, I'm so happy. Like, it was a bad movie, but I was so happy, and it was that realization of like, oh, I don't need these to be good. I just need to see an Alien. Like, what I hate about people with Jurassic Park is what I am with the Aliens and Predators, where it's like it can be the most garbage movie.
I'm glad
like,
you
I don't care.
recognized that.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't care. I just want to see these fucking things fight.
I think, have we discussed AVPR on here before?
I think
deep love for that movie.
I think we've mentioned
because
it.
it's probably the truest.
Requiem, you're talking about. It's great. Yeah.
Requiem is such a great, hold, other than a dreadlocked alien. That holds to both companies really well. It was the first real good use of the Predator as being a slasher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what he would do.
I also think that at least Predator, there's nothing sacred about any of the Predators.
No, not really.
I would say that there's nothing particularly intelligent about the Alien franchise. They're definitely better. Like, it's weird taking these creatures that are the best in a horror setting and are made for horror, and then seeing a predator like flip it around a room. Yeah.
Well, then you saw Covenant, right?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
a trash movie.
Covenant was just bad. Yeah.
So bad. So not good.
But Alien, I think, also suffers the Jason problem, the Nightmare on Elm Street problem, where it's like
Pop culture.
you kind of have to make them action villains after a while,
'Cause
or
you're
make
not
them
scared
funny.
of them anymore.
There is a fantastic book. There is a really great Aliens book, and I forget what the title is. It's Alien something, but it's by Mike Mignola and Dave Gibbons, who was the artist on Watchmen.
Yeah.
And it is essentially a priest or like a preacher of some kind starts to like get all twisted with the xenomorph mythology and starts to like mix the religion with that. And it's fascinating.
That sounds
it's
good.
unbelievable. It's one of the Dark Horse books.
Could have been that the original Alien 3 idea where it was like this floating monastery.
Yeah. Man, yeah.
Start sending them. We've said this so many times on various podcasts, but start sending these little bastards back in time.
Yes.
Predator, have him be on the pirate ship.
Or a modern boat. But yeah, do the Predator about the gun, how he got the flintlock,
Yeah,
which
sure.
I know is in the comics. But like, send an alien on a boat. Like, that's how you make. Yeah, that is definitely how you.
And in the past, man, put it like do Roanoke, but it's aliens.
Yeah, you do.
That's where they
aliens
win.
Before
Fucking
we have,
Predator showed up.
Yeah, before we have like guns that can just.
Yeah, we can't do anything to.
Yeah, make it like. Here's the thing: is the aliens, the creatures themselves aren't mysterious anymore. They aren't scary. Start doing an alien film like the movie Green Room, where it's like, okay, we're just in a really shitty situation and we need to get out, but there's an alien, you know? Make them escape movies again. That's what Alien 3 was. It was basically like, okay, we need to get off this thing, but there's an alien. Like, just make a thriller.
Right, yeah, because the Nazis in Green Room aren't scary, like in the scary sense. It's just like, oh, this is pretty intense.
Yeah, but this franchise right now is suffering the same as Terminator, where they're focusing on the wrong thing, which is the mythology. No one cares about the mythology.
Aliens Salvation is the name of that book, by the way.
Okay.
And that is an alien story illustrated and inked by Mike Mignola.
Damn.
I have to check that out.
I remember discovering it for the first time, being like, this is a thing?
Yeah, how did I miss that?
And Dave Gibbons wrote it, and it's really good.
Wow.
Who owns Aliens? Do we have the
20th Century Fox.
Okay, and they own. Oh, okay, so
And
they're going to be
Predator.
bought by Disney.
Probably.
So we're not going to get Alien versus Predator versus Batman anytime soon.
No.
Okay,
Fine.
I want it.
There's one that says Justice League versus Predator. There was a comic that was that, and I was like, that seems very one-sided.
Yeah. Oh, I liked Batman. The Batman
versus
Dead End.
Predator was pretty sweet.
Pretty great.
Well, the Batman Dead End short. You guys saw that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boner. That's the Joker.
Is that who that is?
There's the guy. He's dead now. But
Oh, okay.
Boner from Growing Pains.
No, right.
Is that it? Growing Pains? Is that the one? Yeah.
I don't know. I want to see Batman. Yeah, have to handle both. But yeah, Batman versus Predator is pretty good because they're both basically the same thing. Yeah. They're just dudes, like muscly dudes with a lot of gadgets.
With a lot of
on
tech,
them.
yeah.
I saw a really funny tweet. It was I think it was Raquel that tweeted. I actually do kind of feel bad that the Predator died on vacation.
Yeah.
There's just like a picture of a Predator like in a suit at a bit like having a hard time at work.
He is. He's on vacation.
Yeah, he's
one of those dentists gonna go shoot a lion.
Yeah. They're hilarious creatures. I love that they were the first Predator with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Right.
And they're like, this isn't working. And then the story of how like this is why there's nothing sacred about the Predator. Like the story of Stan Winston's told is that he's in a plane flying to the set and he's like sketching ideas for the Predator. And he's just next to James Cameron. And James Cameron's like, never seen an alien with mandibles. And he's just like, yeah, okay, let's add mandibles. And it's like that's just James Cameron be like, give it mandibles. And he's like, sure, why not? Okay, fine, James. Yeah, and that's where we get the fucking Predator's face. Like
his crab face.
Yeah.
The amazing idea. And that's such a James Cameron move. Like, you know what, maybe throw this in there.
Yeah.
Why don't you put mandibles
I don't think he
on?
had anything to do with the movie, right? Like
No.
I think he was just hanging out with Stan Winston. It's like, what are you doing over there?
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I assume. Oh, they were because that was around the same time as they would have been working on Aliens together.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
So
Make him be able to fight my guys.
Yeah.
You made the Terminator robot.
Yeah.
Let's move. I'm down with Predator a lot. I'm up for it.
yeah, I'm all in for Predator. I'm all in on that Suspiria remake.
Yeah.
I'm all in for the Halloween.
The Suspiria,
movie.
yeah, Halloween. So, the Halloween. I don't think I wanted to talk about this about the trailer. Maybe I didn't, or maybe I already did. Is the trailer did one thing for me that really impressed me? It made me scared again of a guy in a mask. That one closet shot
Oh yeah,
when she's like, "Nothing's in here," and then it opens, and there was like something not just jump scary about it, but like creepy about him standing there, like the setup
yeah.
to it. And I was like, oh shit, are they going to actually make a dude in a mask scary again?
They'll try.
That would be
They
really
put that
cool.
on a red hat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Make a dude in a mask scary again.
Excellent.
Well,
Madame Massa.
It's also very close to the Superman slogan tagline. You'll believe a man can fly.
Oh, right.
You'll believe a man.
believe a man in a
That sounds like a-
scare the shit out of you.
Yeah.
You'll believe a man can fly. That sounds like a threat, right? Like there's just like you're gonna.
Can you fly, Bobby?
Yeah, Suspiria and Blade Runner are two things that I never thought would happen. Like 10 years ago, if someone was like, they're going to remake Suspiria and you're going to want to watch it, I'd be like, bullshit. And same with, they're going to make a Blade Runner sequel and you're going to really enjoy it. Yeah.
It's a good movie. I
The
like
original
sequel.
one, I do not care.
You don't like
He's
the original?
watching it again
Not at
after a while. He's way rapey.
He's very rapey. in
He's
that
super
scene.
rapey.
That relationship is so forced and so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
There's no motivation in her character whatsoever, other than, I guess, a vague level of survival. It is great and it is classic because it is an amazing piece of world building. But script-wise, plot-wise, it is not great.
I was going to say, if you just took the script and gave it to another director, I bet it could be a lot of trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember watching it, and I've owned it on DVD for like 8 years before I watched it. And I watched it, and I think I got like the final cut, like the one that was like the one. And
I like that version.
I just kind of waited. Finally, when 2049 was coming out or whatever,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's time for me to watch.
It's time.
this.
Now it's time.
And I watched it, and I was like, this is what's been built up, huh? This is I don't care. Daryl Hannah's character, I don't care.
It's stuff with
the
that
whole
much
thing.
build up.
It's
Like I watched it in high school, you know, like so I
But like, if I were to watch the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre now, I would have the same reactions as I did when I first saw it.
yeah, that ending, man.
But Blade Runner it just didn't do it for me,
Yeah.
and that's a bummer.
Did you see the
I
new
love
one?
Sci-fi, not yet.
Okay.
It's good.
I've heard.
He's less rapey. He's not as
Oh,
rapey.
yeah, that's good.
It's so little. It's very little rapiness. Yeah. So little.
The scene where Harrison Ford.
I'm a robot.
Yeah.
Crashing his plane into old fancy future town.
On a golf course. Wearing the
Harrison
clothes he
Ford.
brought from home.
You know what's funny is I was Ubering at the time, and the guy in my car worked at whatever place he stopped at in Venice. And he was like, he came in today. And I was like, did you poison him?
Did you drug screen legend Harrison Ford?
Legendary codger Harrison Ford.
I love how much he hates his job.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here.
I don't want to do this stupid movie here.
You know, Witness 2. I don't.
Sure,
Ooh.
fine, whatever. Witness 2.
Let's do Witness 2.
Regarding Henry again.
More Patriot games.
More Patriot game.
Do you see that Whiplash is going to be in Top Gun? Does that
Oh,
make
Miles
sense?
Teller.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's going to be Goose's son.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
And Tom Cruise is like training him.
Yep.
I'm fine with it.
And Val Kilmer's
Val
in there
Kilmer's
somewhere.
in it, sure.
I think it's one of those things when they say Val Kilmer's in it, it's like them when they're saying Jeff Goldblum's in the new Jurassic
That
World.
might
It's
be
like
it, but
Val
who
Kilmer's
knows?
in a scene. In
Yeah.
it.
But
Like,
also, which Val Kilmer?
right.
He's all Mark Twainy.
Oh, God, I
The
hope
Mark
he's all
Twain
Mark
impersonator.
Twain.
Wow.
I say.
Well, listen. I'll say, listen, boy. He just did Foghorn
It's just
Leghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Well, I say I wrote a book with the N-word in it. I say.
I hope that's what his Mark Twain shows are like. It's just him doing Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh,
Now
that'd be
listen
so
to me when I'm
good.
talking to you, boy. You need a raft to get across the Mississippi. What was it? I remember an interview with Bruce Campbell where someone was like, "Would you rather be the best B-list actor, or like the worst A-list actor?" And
Right.
he goes, "Oh, I'd much rather be the best B-list actor. Like, it's much better that people come knowing they want me versus another group of people being like, see if Val Kilmer's doing anything." And it was just such a great Bruce Campbell interview.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Let's see what Val Kilmer's up to. But yeah, Val Kilmer's body experience to me is fascinating. Like his
Didn't he have
ups
something?
and downs, like a thyroid thing.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
I've heard
that
rumors that he's dying. Like, I keep hearing stuff like that about him.
Why I say I'm dying, sir.
But, like, I mean, He's in Top Gun.
People
he's doing
don't
some-
realize if he's talking about himself or if he's like playing Mark Twain. It's
Yeah.
like a late life Mark Twain. I'm gonna die soon, I said.
My tickles are going sick. He just looks at his blood test and he goes, "You're dangerous." Or- Never mind.
He was Batman.
He was Batman.
He was Batman. Wasn't Tom Cruise the kissing stand-in for him?
No
with Nicole
way.
Kidman?
Really?
I remember hearing that. Maybe it was a rumor.
I don't know. That's crazy.
Maybe. Wow, that would be wild.
Yeah. Wow.
That seems like something Tom Cruise would do to fake prove that he liked women.
I thought that Eyes Wide Shut was that. Because that's just him all up
Being a
on her.
witch
Just being all up on ladies.
and trying to bang the way too attractive prostitute. That was like a street walking prostitute, and it's like that's not what you do.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Eyes Wide
yeah.
Shut cast.
Oh, man. I want to watch Eyes Wide Shut again.
We could do that.
Wide shot.
Cast Wide Shut.
Let's watch it.
Oh boy, I
Let's-
saw that
yeah.
in the theater, and I remember when they were playing. You know, they played the one note song.
Mm-hmm.
They would play that like it was like
Yeah.
a continuing theme. At one point in time, my friend just goes, "I wide shut." I was just like, wouldn't that be great if that was like the theme?
That was the theme, yeah. The credits roll and there's
It's like a
vocals
James
over
Bond
it.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Tina Turner comes in and sings it.
Wow.
Oh man,
Is there going to be? Have we gotten? Are we getting a Mad Max sequel officially yet?
Not yet.
not yet.
I mean,
if
it
they
took
don't.
how long to get that one?
I mean that the next one should have been greenlit
Immediately.
I think
minutes.
I think there wasn't there like stuff around the when it came out that it didn't actually make that much money.
Yeah, it didn't. For how much they spent on
But
it.
that's so dumb because like
Because it's the best.
well because like Solo it made more money than like Solo did, and like it's again it's a problem with the studios that they've picked series and they're like we're gonna plow ahead no matter what with these movies, but like Mad Max they're like I don't know.
Mad Max came.
Everybody loved this, but
Mad Max came in with a massive amount of goodwill.
yeah,
And Solo had the opposite.
yeah,
Which
it's
is
true.
really unfortunate. Like Solo is unfairly maligned.
That's fair. I guess I should use Jurassic World as the example. It's a shame that we live in a universe where there's two Jurassic Worlds and only one Mad Max, and one is very clearly.
But if they leave it alone, I'm okay with it too.
Yeah, I mean it was fucking great. So yeah,
Yeah, perfect.
If they just are like, yeah, he's like, I just wanted to do that.
I don't want to
Sure.
make it lazy because that's the thing is that movie's hard to make. Like without being George Lucas or do The Hobbit where you just film it all on a green screen. Like they were out there
Yeah,
in a desert
building
fucking
that shit.
dangling Tom Hardy from a car being
Ruining
like, yeah,
the
you'll be fine.
countryside.
I love that story of shit. What's the director's name?
George Miller.
George Miller talking to I believe
Miller.
Tom Hardy's daughter, and they're hanging him out of a car and driving, and the daughter's like, "It's safe, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's safe." She's like, "What happens if he falls?" And he's like, "Well, I suppose he'd go under the car." It's like say
it's-
something comforting, George Miller.
Well, it's like it's the line in the movie where it's like she went under the wheels.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like George Miller's like, well, I suppose he's going under the wheels.
yeah,
He's plagiarizing himself
yeah.
to make an actor's daughter feel worse.
Yeah.
Oh man. So I guess that's
Yeah, it was, we talked
a
for a
very
while.
special episode of Hypecast. You
Yeah,
guys
we
are
did-
hopefully listening to this poolside somewhere.
Yeah.
Why don't you you guys tweet at us and tell us what your most anticipated movie of the summer is
Yeah.
left.
Well,
What your
Audience
favorite was?
engagement. Yeah.
There's a fucking clown is following us.
Found me again.
Jesus. Seriously?
like, what is that?
I don't know.
It's that clown again.
There's that clown
The
again.
mean streets of Pasadena, man. It's a clown gang. What were your surprises? What were your disappointments? And what are you looking
disappointments?
forward to the most?
Yeah, definitely. Tweet at any one of us.
Yeah.
Any one of us.
Or none of us.
Or none of
At
us.
Just gamefully
At
unemployed.
Gamefully,
Yeah.
at GU Story Mode, any one of the accounts.
Cool. Yeah.
Hey there, Jeffro.
Hey there, Jeffro.
Yeah.
Fight the Machine. Fucking Dave.
Yeah,
I would love it if
fucking
that was your
Dave.
Twitter handle. At fucking Dave.
How is it that my Twitter handle is so far away from like an actual like real Twitter handle, and it's still the closest to the person's name.
It's the person's actual
versus
name.
You two.
Yeah, it's weird.
Because
like mine's usually the one people are like, really? That's the name you went with? And then I'm like, you guys don't even have names.
I know. Well, I got mine like the first year of Twitter, so it was just like, I'm not putting my real name out there.
You know, I'm still angry at my ex-wife for getting at Corinne. That's her name.
What is it?
Her name's Corinne.
So
and
at
she
Corinne.
got at Corinne.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's her
So
Twitter
early.
account. And it's a private account with 20 followers that she probably hasn't used in 4 years.
Right.
And
she's just sitting on that shit.
Just sitting on a Twitter account that literally tens of people might want.
Yeah, it's true.
How crazy, how early of an adopter were you?
To get that? Pretty
get
early.
At your first name.
Like with no numbers?
That is pretty impressive.
Let us know how early you were with your... No, but enjoy the enjoy
Jeff,
the
do you have
holiday
anything
shit.
to plug?
No, I already said enjoy the... No, I'm just kidding.
You can listen to the Batman podcast and I have other projects that may or may not be.
Okay.
I can cut that
So
if you want me to.
everybody look out for that.
You know what? Leave it in. I don't even know where I am at this point in time. Fuck it.
Who knows? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Life is a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's a constant waking nightmare
And
from which there's no escape.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unfair and brutal, and everyone continue making mistakes and paying for them.
Yep. Go America.
We will do all of those things. Yeah. Go America. Happy birthday, America.
Yeah.
Our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can follow him on Twitter at @thecorlew, Corlew, and find more music at shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at @JustinTBrown, and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info.